All right.
Who let them dogs out?
What do you want to talk about?
Man, the whole thing that we're about. Goodness, with a twist. A little bit of a harsh
Harsh.
truth. Hard to.
We're on the same page then. Something I really wanted to talk about
Uh-oh.
was the idea and the feeling of I can't do anything.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You're feeling
Sounds
like
like a
that
fun
right
one.
now, aren't you?
Yeah, a little bit. And I think
Okay.
a lot of people do. I
Daily.
think I think everybody does. I'm not
Daily.
special. Yeah, daily. I don't want to be special in this regard, but I think when it comes to the idea of I can't do anything right, it's usually because it's an external factor. There's somebody that you're trying to impress. It's not
Yeah.
always yourself. And I think that we need to let go of those feelings of trying to impress people that are just never going to be happy, no matter what we do. There's just, yeah.
If I can be frank, just for a moment.
Oh,
My name
you're
is
not happy with
Frank.
me?
No, you need to shift just who you care about. Not let what you can't control affect you. Go ahead and focus on what you can control. And I guarantee you that's what's going to make you feel a lot better and just going, woe is me. I'm pretty sure you can at least name one good thing you did today. That's
I
better
agree.
than zero. And it may not be for that other person. It may have been for yourself. It could have been for your wife. It could have been for your children. But you did something. You didn't just go out there and go, you know what? I didn't give enough. You gave enough. You just prioritize it differently.
Yeah. And I think it's also just taking the time to really take a break and realize what is it all for? Not it's not being on the cliff or at the
No.
bridge and saying, what is this all for? It's just more of a take a breather, relax, and try and think of the real scenario that you're given and why it's such an issue or what are you trying to even achieve or accomplish. And once you're able to really take that minute and think, you're going to realize, okay, it's really not that important. Or if it is important and it's maybe something that you messed up, which is the scenario I was dealing with, how big of an issue is it really? And once you actually take a step back, like, okay, it's a pretty big task, it's a big deal, but we can fix it. And it might be because you have those other voices that are saying everything's messed up, everything's screwed up. Oh my God, what did you do? Oh, you failed. And you just got to let that go and really think about the big picture as to what do I need to do to fix this and make this right? And really just take out the external factors of what am I going to do to make those people happy, right? Because they're not going to be happy. And there might be a moment where they are happy with you, but overall, they're probably not ever really going to be all that happy with you or for you. And everybody has their own scenarios. And I'm not saying the people that I work with or people that I live with or people just in general around me aren't happy with me. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is a lot of times we think that we can't do anything right, but it's really because of those external factors, those people around us that we feel like we let down. And that's not always the case. We have to take a step back and realize that we're doing our best. We're doing the best that we can.
Not to mention, too, you could even go back and say, okay, where did I miss the mark? Just
Yeah.
so for next time, both you and the person that is so wound up can come to an agreement that, hey, look, if I know that this particular thing is on the horizon and I need to give some feedback to, and then, yeah, you're going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're not perfect. Crap.
Yeah. That's definitely the
Jeez.
workplace, right? Like the workplace, you could definitely try and strategize and try and correct that as you can. The other one, and I don't know if you want to share a moment of weakness that you've ever had, but a family, sometimes, your wife, a loved one might say, you might feel like you let them down and you're just like, I can't do anything right in their eyes. Have you ever
Well,
felt that type of pressure?
yeah. And a lot of it was simply self inflicted on myself.
I agree with that.
It
Yeah.
wasn't exactly something that I was just not getting right. No, I was self-sabotaging myself throughout and making it more difficult for just doing the right thing. So, luckily, there's ways to channel that into other things like being more productive. Now I make it a point to go out back and just clean my backyard. Why? It's just a habit I'm trying to add to it. Just keeps the mind going. So, yeah, self-sabotage. That's my weakness.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of people, especially a lot of us men. I think with wives, I think we tend to self-sabotage ourselves.
Yeah, to see, I
It's
couldn't do it.
yeah, yeah, and
See, I
sometimes
told you.
what my wife is asking of me is very simple, but I'm making it difficult. Like you said, you make it difficult for myself, or I start bringing up a difficult conversation, or I say something stupid, and then now it's escalated tenfold. And it's, oh, how did it get this far? Why are you so mad at me? And I'm the one who just was pouring gasoline over the fire.
The
So
entire time
the
and
whole
didn't even know it.
entire time. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. Deep down inside, you know what you're doing, but yeah, you're just,
yeah.
I'm going to win this. No, you're not. No, you're not. You need to know when to give up and
You may
surrender.
win the fight, but you didn't win the battle. Or is it the other way around? Or the war,
You might
something like
have won
that.
the battle, but you didn't win the war. At the end of the day, you're living with them. So
This is true. This is
you're,
true.
yeah, so they can definitely take you out in your sleep if they really wanted to.
That's probably every person's biggest fear. It's, man, you're just like completely asleep and there's 3 or 4 other people in the house. And it could even not be, I'm not even saying family. You got roommates. You might be
Yeah,
cool and not lock your door or whatever, but bro,
I
seen
guess it
enough.
depends.
You've seen enough 2020 true crimes. You've seen enough of those things on Dateline. And see, here's this nice suburban husband and wife, married for 25 years. Brutal murder. What happened? Come to find out it's the neighbor. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm gonna get you, and I'm gonna make it look like an accident. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
It's usually for money.
Yeah,
And that's the crazy part.
I would rather go in my sleep. So whatever I'm not saying she does, but whatever they do to me, I just hope that it's quick and painless.
Luckily, it's on YouTube, so now they can have your. And also, she's got a good idea of now how to do it.
I have no
Perfect.
money, so I don't know what you get out
Yeah.
of this.
Yeah.
And my life insurance policy isn't much, so don't even try and attempt it. It's not worth it. It ain't worth it.
Yeah. Just enough for you to get into upscale Costco box. And
Are you talking about a coffin at Costco?
yeah. Yeah.
They
At least
sell
you can get
them?
one of those. Yes, they do.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Absolutely.
I guess Costco sells everything. I just didn't think coffin was something they sell.
You'd be surprised what they sell. If you go to Costco.com, Costco.com.
Do they sell confidence? Because that's what I really need.
They
Damn.
do sell liquid confidence.
Oh, liquid courage? Hell
That
yeah.
too. Got a little bit of both. It can make a white guy dance
I'll take that.
poorly.
Can they make you jump?
Probably once. And there goes my ankles. Probably my knee.
I know this is probably not the right time to bring this up, but yeah, I'm definitely starting to feel the pain of jumping. I had my first like real, I think I tore my scrotum moment. I jumped and I was just like, oh, no. I was just like, floor and I was like, oh, that hurts so bad. So it definitely doesn't help when you're just, all I did was just like, I leaped like maybe a foot off the floor and it hurt.
You
Gotta do
start
something.
getting to this age and you start questioning your mortality.
Yeah.
And I joke, we laugh, but in all seriousness, this is the age where you start going, oh, geez, all right, so I'm at that age now. I'm either where I should be or not even close or holy crap. But
Yeah.
usually it's 90% of us going, we're trying, man, we're getting there.
Yep.
Shoot. But when you get to this age, that's when you start going, man, why do I hurt so bad? What? I got this pain in my chest. Is that cancer?
Yeah. WebMD
It's
would
like,
tell you. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
it's like
exactly what it is.
everything that is on your body hurts. You think it's cancer, and it's like you just start freaking out. And again, you start going, I don't want to go to the doctor and be this big old huge, I don't know. I almost said mitochondriac, but it's
Yeah.
hypochondriac. No, yeah,
Yeah.
hypo. Yeah, where you just basically.
Hypochondriac. Yes.
Thank you. What you said.
What did you say?
Said
'Cause I said yes because
mitochondria.
I thought I heard it. Oh, hydrochondria.
I'm just making up words right now. At some point, somebody's going to call my BS.
And I said yes. I was
Yes.
like, oh, yeah, that's right.
Say it with confidence. People are like, "Oh shoot, that's for
love
real."
that.
That's how all the influencers are. Just say it with your chest.
Go to your doctor. You're like, I'm a hypochondria. Huh?
He's, oh crap, what do you want? Everything?
Yeah. please.
But you start doing some research, and you just don't want to be that guy that's always walking around asking people like, "Oh, hey, can you look at this? Does this look weird? Is it growing?" But you start doing that. You have to check your sack and your boobies and your armpits sometimes.
Okay,
Oscopy.
I know that this is we were talking about.
Uh-huh.
We totally went off the rails with this one.
Yeah, we were talking about confidence and just like how can I and
not do anything?
Well,
But
I
you
think
brought
we
it-
solved
yeah.
it pretty quickly because hey, dude, shift your focus to something that matters.
You have
And
to
then we just
focus
went
on the
down.
task. Yeah. And I think what's funny though is you bring that up and it made me think you're like, oh, you got to get your boobs checked and right and your sack checked. But I'm thinking like, if you get breast implants, do you still go through the same checkups? I know you wouldn't know. I'm not saying like, oh, do you get yours checked? But it was just something that came to my head when you said that. I'm like, I don't know. Is that something that
Well-
you still need to check? How?
I'm going to take a swing at a curveball for you real fast. How about this?
Nice. We need content, man. Go for it. He's gonna take the hit, everybody.
If
There we go.
like the mammary glands and all of the stuff that actually makes the breast is out, and all it is just basically, I guess, like us, just a muscle. And what else? What is there to check? Unless there's some nipple stuff, I don't know.
You gotta get that
So,
hypochondria checked out, right?
yeah, I was trying to combine hypochondriac and mitochondria, and
There you go. It didn't
There
work.
we go. We cleared it up. There we go. But I don't know. That's just my take on it.
Yeah, I guess we can't really speak for what we don't know, but that's really a whole podcast anyway. I think when it comes to ignorance, we don't really know, and I think it's okay to say you don't know, right? And also it's okay to have an opinion on something you don't know too much about, but because I don't think a lot of people look into this stuff, and I'm not gonna look it up because I haven't. Unless it affects somebody I know, then I'm like, okay, what's going on with that? But for a lot of what we talk about or going to talk about in the future, because I think the next one I want to talk about is really just the non-binary. Non-binary, and I'm probably saying it wrong too. Not that I'm saying it wrong, but it's probably like talk about pronouns and the idea of being non-binary. That probably makes a lot more sense the way I said it that way. But it's okay not to know. But also we're gonna form an opinion on also it just right off the bat. And I think it's okay to talk about your opinion about it. But at least on this podcast, after we talk about it and our opinions and our thoughts without doing much research, I think we should definitely look it up and talk about, hey, I looked it up and this is really what it's all about. And actually, I support it. So
not to
I
go
don't say
off
I haven't looked it
topic.
up yet. Yeah.
Yeah, but just not. I get not understanding is going to be really hard. So you're going to take the non-binary, that you get the definition of it. You're going to have the simplest layman's version of what you think it is and how it's going to affect you, unless you do more research. But I guess we'll get to that point and cross that bridge when we get there.
On the next episode.
On the next
we will
episode.
definitely talk about the pronouns and the idea and how we feel about the idea of somebody saying, hey, I'm non-binary. Why do we even have an opinion? So next time on Acts of Kindness, we'll see you there, everybody. Have a good day.
And you're A-OK.
We're all A-OK.
Stop it.